Recently, The Guardian posted an article, Australian-made children's TV all gone from commercial-free to air network. So, Loughlin, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's really for people who don't know a lot about this, basically how TV works, networks don't have to pay for a license to broadcast. They get that for free, and then how they kind of earn the right to be a TV channel is you've got to make a certain amount of Australian programs. So before the pandemic, every single network had to do about 260 hours. So that means at any point, any day, you can turn on the TV and there will be a children's show, because there's more hours and days in the year. Now we've gone down, I think, the last, as you said, Kelvin, it was about 90 hours last year. So, that means every day you're not necessarily going to find a children's show. And in a way, I think that's, I guess kids now moving to more like streaming services, YouTube, Netflix, so it's not like that content's gone. But I guess there's not as much Australian content, is there? I guess what kind of Aussie shows did we watch growing up?
Can I just ask you, Loughlin, sorry, before we get onto that. So the Morrison government cut those quotas down a bit. Was that, I don't know if you know, but was that because of pressure from the networks?
I think there's always been pressure from the networks. If they had it their way, they wouldn't have to make any Australian content, right? It's an obligation. So I think it was, they did get what they wanted in a sense, but the party line, the announcement was it was COVID, it's a pandemic. You can't make a lot of programming in a pandemic when you've got a social distance, so it doesn't make sense to necessarily, mandate that you have to make this many hours of shows when you can't do that.
Gotcha. Anyway, what you were saying?
Yes, children's shows pre-COVID in a much more innocent, better time. What was on the TV in your house, Harper?
Many things were on the TV. There was a good diversity. Play School was, I think, a staple of lots of households. There was one which I just randomly remembered the theme tune to the other day, Bookaboo. Have you heard of Bookaboo?
No.
It's a British show about a dog who plays the drums, but before he does his concert, before he does his set, he has to have a book read to him. So a British celebrity comes on and reads a book to good old Bookaboo the dog. But, yeah, it's a bit disappointing you guys never heard of it. Top quality show.
You were telling me about one as well, Mr. Whiskers.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a TV show. He was just like a musical artist.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but very good as well. Kelvin.
Never heard of him. Kelvin, what was on at your house?
No, again, the Wiggles, but yeah, countless of hours of afternoon just watching children's TV. It's sad to hear that they're not there anymore, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, well, it makes us very thankful for the ABC, right? Because they've always been very good with their children's music. Of course, all the children should be listening to Xian 24/7, Ideal World.
Absolutely.
But we understand if they don't want to switch off the radio, want to switch off Xian for a sec, turn on the ABC because they've got some very, very good kids shows. Loughlin.
Yeah, someone's prepping for the job interview after they graduate. I see what's happening here.